Hello friends. What happens when the grounded precision of a Virgo man meets the electric unpredictability of an Aquarius woman? At first glance, this pairing can feel like Earth trying to understand lightning, confusing, fascinating, and impossible to ignore. Their compatibility in love is not the obvious kind that flows effortlessly from day one. Instead, it's the kind that challenges, reshapes, and, if nurtured, transforms both partners into stronger, more self-aware versions of themselves. After watching, if you'd like to support the channel, click the Thanks button right under this video or use the donation alerts link in the description. Your support really helps me keep creating. And of course, if you enjoy the content, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks so much for being here. Now let's continue. Chemistry. Initial attraction. The chemistry between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman does not rush forward or announce itself dramatically. It emerges slowly, often so subtly that even they may not recognize it as attraction at first. This connection begins with observation, curiosity, and a growing sense of intrigue. The Virgo man is naturally analytical, and when he encounters an Aquarius woman, his usual frameworks for understanding people begin to fail. She does not respond to social cues in predictable ways. She does not adjust her personality to fit expectations, nor does she seek validation through approval. This immediately disrupts Virgo's internal order, and that disruption becomes the source of fascination. From the very beginning, Virgo notices how Aquarius seems mentally self-sufficient. She thinks independently, speaks honestly, and carries herself with a sense of freedom that feels authentic rather than performative. Her ideas are unconventional, often ahead of their time, and expressed without apology. For Virgo, who values precision and meaning, this originality feels refreshing. He is used to refining himself constantly, questioning his own behavior, and striving to improve. Aquarius appears to exist comfortably without that same self-criticism, and this contrast draws him in. He begins to observe her closely. He listens not just to what she says, but how she says it. He notices her pauses, her sudden shifts in thought, her ability to jump from abstract ideas to practical observations without warning. Virgo is captivated by her mind. He wants to understand her logic, even when it doesn't align with his own. This desire to understand becomes the first spark of attraction, grounded in intellectual curiosity rather than emotion or desire. Aquarius, meanwhile, becomes aware of Virgo in a different way. She senses his presence even when he is quiet. There is something steady and contained about him that stands out against louder, more performative personalities. He does not compete for attention, and that lack of urgency makes him intriguing. Aquarius values authenticity, and Virgo's reserved demeanor feels genuine rather than calculated. She begins to notice his intelligence through small moments. The way he asks thoughtful questions. The way he remembers details others overlook. The way he responds with clarity instead of exaggeration. Aquarius is drawn to minds that are capable of depth, and Virgo's careful thinking suggests an inner world worth exploring. His reliability, even in minor interactions, signals a kind of emotional maturity she respects. Their conversations quickly become the foundation of attraction. What might begin as a casual exchange evolves into extended discussions that wander through philosophy, society, personal beliefs, and abstract possibilities. Virgo appreciates Aquarius's ability to think beyond tradition and routine. Aquarius enjoys how Virgo challenges her ideas without dismissing them. There is no need for dominance in these exchanges. Instead, there is mutual stimulation, a sense that both are learning something new simply by listening. At this stage, attraction is mostly mental. There is little urgency for physical closeness. Instead, there is a growing comfort in presence. Silence does not feel awkward. Shared humor appears unexpectedly, often dry, clever, or subtly ironic. A single joke can linger in memory far longer than expected. These moments build emotional texture, layering the connection gradually. Aquarius may tease Virgo lightly, poking fun at his structured habits or cautious approach to life. Virgo, in turn, may question Aquarius's resistance to routine or her apparent disregard for convention. Yet this teasing is rarely cruel. It is exploratory, a way of testing boundaries and understanding differences. Beneath it lies admiration. Virgo respects Aquarius's courage to be different. Aquarius respects Virgo's discipline and sense of responsibility. Physical attraction begins quietly. Virgo is not impulsive in desire. He needs trust and mental alignment before he feels safe expressing interest. Aquarius, while open-minded, also values autonomy and does not rush intimacy without genuine connection. As a result, their chemistry simmers slowly. Eye contact becomes more intentional. Small gestures carry unexpected weight. Being physically near each other feels comfortable rather than overwhelming. There is also a subtle tension born from difference. Virgo represents order, refinement, and practicality. Aquarius represents innovation, rebellion, and abstract vision. This contrast creates an unspoken energy between them. Virgo feels drawn to what Aquarius represents: freedom from rigid expectations. Aquarius feels intrigued by what Virgo offers: stability without control. As attraction deepens, both begin to feel changed by the connection. Virgo notices that his thinking becomes more flexible around Aquarius. He entertains ideas he might once have dismissed. Aquarius notices that she feels more focused and grounded around Virgo, as if his presence brings clarity to her thoughts. This mutual influence strengthens attraction because it feels meaningful rather than superficial. Neither partner is likely to declare feelings quickly. Virgo prefers certainty before vulnerability. Aquarius prefers authenticity over labels. Yet the pull between them grows stronger through consistency. Repeated conversations, shared observations, and the feeling of being mentally understood create a bond that feels rare. Ultimately, the chemistry between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is rooted in curiosity and respect. It is not built on immediate passion or emotional intensity, but on the slow realization that the other person offers a perspective that challenges and enriches their own. This attraction feels intellectual, subtle, and quietly powerful, setting the stage for a connection that has the potential to evolve far beyond its understated beginning. Emotional dynamics. Emotionally, the connection between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is subtle, complex, and deeply transformative when both partners are willing to be patient with one another. This is not a relationship where emotions spill out freely or dramatically in the early stages. Instead, feelings move beneath the surface, shaped by very different emotional instincts. The Virgo man experiences emotions intensely but privately. He tends to process what he feels internally, analyzing emotions the same way he analyzes problems, searching for causes, solutions, and ways to improve the situation. For him, emotion is something to be understood before it is expressed. Because of this, Virgo often demonstrates love through actions rather than words. He shows up consistently, offers help without being asked, and tries to make life easier for the person he cares about. Fixing practical problems, giving advice, or quietly supporting his partner or his emotional language. To him, these gestures are deeply meaningful expressions of affection, even if they lack overt emotional declarations. However, this approach can sometimes leave his emotions invisible to an Aquarius woman who does not naturally interpret care through practicality. Aquarius women approach emotions from a very different place. Emotional independence is central to their identity. They value freedom not only in their lifestyle but also in their inner world. They feel deeply, yet they often detach from emotions in order to understand them objectively. Rather than dwelling on feelings, Aquarius prefers to observe them, analyze them, and place them within a broader perspective. This can make her seem emotionally distant or unpredictable, especially to Virgo, who seeks consistency and clarity. Aquarius does not always express emotions in traditional or expected ways. She may avoid emotional conversations when they feel repetitive or overly intense. She might intellectualize feelings or shift focus to ideas and concepts instead of emotional vulnerability. For Virgo, this can be confusing and even unsettling. He may wonder whether she truly cares, or whether her emotional distance signals a lack of commitment. This misunderstanding can quietly create tension if left unaddressed. The core emotional challenge in this pairing lies in expectations. Virgo often longs for reassurance, even if he doesn't openly ask for it. He wants to feel emotionally needed and valued in clear, tangible ways. Aquarius, however, may feel overwhelmed if emotional needs are presented too frequently or too predictably. Routine emotional demands can make her feel restricted, as though her independence is being compromised. At times, Virgo may interpret Aquarius's need for space as emotional withdrawal. He may respond by becoming more reserved, retreating further into himself to protect his feelings. Aquarius, sensing this shift, may feel confused by Virgo's silence and perceive it as judgment or emotional pressure. Without awareness, this cycle can lead to emotional distance rather than connection. However, when both partners begin to understand each other's emotional languages, the dynamic changes profoundly. Virgo learns that Aquarius's independence is not a rejection of intimacy but a necessary condition for her emotional health. He begins to see that her calm detachment does not mean she lacks feeling, but rather that she processes emotions differently. This realization helps Virgo loosen his need to control emotional outcomes and trust the natural rhythm of the relationship. Aquarius, in turn, begins to recognize the depth behind Virgo's quiet gestures. She learns to see his consistency, reliability, and problem-solving as acts of love rather than emotional avoidance. Over time, she may begin to appreciate the safety that Virgo provides, realizing that emotional consistency does not have to threaten her freedom. Instead, it can offer a stable foundation from which she can explore the world more confidently. As emotional trust grows, Virgo becomes more willing to express vulnerability. He may slowly open up about fears, insecurities, and hopes he usually keeps hidden. Aquarius, sensing this trust, often responds with surprising warmth and loyalty. Though she values independence, she is deeply committed once she feels emotionally respected and understood. The emotional balance between them improves when neither tries to change the other. Virgo thrives when he stops expecting Aquarius to conform to traditional emotional patterns. Aquarius flourishes when she stops resisting emotional presence out of fear of limitation. Together, they create a unique emotional rhythm that blends steadiness with freedom. Over time, Virgo learns to let emotions exist without immediately fixing them. Aquarius learns that emotional continuity does not erase individuality. This mutual growth allows their emotional bond to deepen in a way that feels authentic to both. What begins as emotional misunderstanding gradually transforms into quiet emotional trust. Ultimately, the emotional dynamics between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman are not about emotional intensity, but emotional evolution. When nurtured with patience and empathy, their differences become strengths, allowing them to build an emotional connection that is thoughtful, respectful, and deeply sustaining. Long-term compatibility. Long-term compatibility between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is not something that simply happens with time. It is something that is built deliberately through shared growth, patience, and evolving understanding. This pairing does not rely on emotional habit or passive comfort. Instead, it asks both partners to mature, adapt, and consciously engage with one another as individuals who are constantly changing. When they accept this challenge, their relationship can become unusually strong, rooted in respect rather than dependency. Virgo brings stability into the long-term dynamic. He values structure, consistency, and reliability, especially as time goes on. For him, commitment is not just a feeling but a responsibility. He expresses long-term love through showing up every day, maintaining routines, and ensuring that the relationship functions smoothly. Virgo believes that love should improve life in practical ways, and he takes pride in creating order, security, and predictability for his partner. Aquarius contributes a very different, yet equally important, energy. She brings vision, innovation, and a sense of purpose that reaches beyond everyday concerns. Long-term, Aquarius is not satisfied with simply maintaining a comfortable life. She wants meaning, growth, and evolution. She pushes the relationship to expand intellectually, socially, and sometimes spiritually. Her presence ensures that the partnership does not stagnate or become overly rigid. Together, these two forces can create balance. Virgo grounds Aquarius's ideas, helping her transform abstract visions into something tangible and achievable. He asks practical questions, anticipates obstacles, and creates systems that allow her dreams to exist in the real world. Aquarius, in turn, lifts Virgo out of cycles of overthinking and self-criticism. She helps him see the bigger picture, reminding him that life is not only about efficiency and control, but also about purpose and possibility. However, this balance does not come automatically. Over time, differences in priorities can surface. Virgo may become frustrated if Aquarius seems inconsistent or resistant to routine. Aquarius may feel confined if Virgo's need for structure becomes too rigid. These moments test long-term compatibility because they reveal whether the couple can adapt without trying to change each other's core nature. This is not a relationship that survives on autopilot. Familiarity alone is not enough to sustain it. Both partners must actively choose understanding over judgment, especially when their differences feel uncomfortable. Virgo must resist the urge to criticize or correct Aquarius when she moves in unexpected directions. Aquarius must resist the urge to detach or distance herself when Virgo seeks reassurance or stability. Long-term success depends on mutual respect for each other's roles in the partnership. Virgo must recognize that Aquarius's unpredictability is not irresponsibility, but a form of creativity and growth. Aquarius must recognize that Virgo's structure is not control, but an expression of care and commitment. When these interpretations shift, conflict becomes less personal and more constructive. As years pass, this relationship often becomes stronger through shared experiences. Facing challenges together teaches Virgo flexibility and teaches Aquarius consistency. They learn that growth does not always mean change, and stability does not always mean limitation. Their bond matures into one where both feel valued for who they are, not who they were expected to be. One of the most powerful aspects of their long-term compatibility is mutual admiration. Virgo admires Aquarius's courage to think differently and live authentically. Aquarius admires Virgo's integrity, discipline, and unwavering dedication. This admiration keeps the relationship alive even when romance feels quieter or routines become familiar. Importantly, this partnership thrives when neither partner becomes emotionally dependent on the other. Both Virgo and Aquarius value self-sufficiency. When they maintain their individuality while choosing to walk together, their connection feels intentional rather than obligatory. Love becomes a shared decision rather than a necessity. Over time, they often develop a partnership that feels intellectually rich and emotionally mature. They may not resemble traditionally romantic couples, but their bond carries depth, loyalty, and purpose. They grow not by merging into one identity, but by standing side by side as equals who continually inspire each other to evolve. In the end, long-term compatibility between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is defined by conscious effort, mutual growth, and enduring respect. When nurtured properly, their relationship becomes a steady yet evolving union, built not on habit, but on the ongoing choice to understand, support, and admire one another. Communication conflict resolution. Communication between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is one of the most defining aspects of their relationship, and also one of the most challenging. On the surface, they often communicate well. Both are intelligent, articulate, and capable of deep thought. Conversations between them can be stimulating, insightful, and wide-ranging. Yet beneath this intellectual compatibility lies emotional complexity that requires awareness and maturity to navigate successfully. Virgo approaches communication with precision and intention. He values clarity, logic, and usefulness. When he speaks, he usually has a purpose: to understand, to improve, or to resolve. He listens carefully, analyzes what is being said, and often responds with practical suggestions or constructive feedback. For Virgo, communication is a tool for order. It is how problems are identified, dissected, and ultimately fixed. Aquarius communicates from a very different place. Her language is often abstract, conceptual, and rooted in ideals rather than immediate realities. She speaks in possibilities, theories, and broader perspectives. Emotional topics may be discussed indirectly, filtered through logic or humor, or approached from a detached angle. This does not mean Aquarius lacks emotional depth. Rather, she prefers not to feel confined by emotionally heavy or repetitive conversations. This contrast can create misunderstanding. Virgo may feel that Aquarius avoids emotional accountability or dismisses practical concerns. When she shifts away from a topic that feels unresolved to him, he may interpret it as indifference. Aquarius, on the other hand, may feel that Virgo's detailed analysis sounds like criticism. His desire to clarify and improve can feel, to her, like an attempt to control or limit her perspective. Conflict often arises when Virgo feels ignored or unheard. He may become frustrated if discussions feel inconclusive or if Aquarius withdraws to think rather than engage immediately. His instinct is to revisit the issue, refine the conversation, and seek resolution through dialogue. Aquarius may experience this persistence as pressure, especially if she needs time and space to process internally. From Aquarius's perspective, conflict arises when she feels judged or overly scrutinized. Virgo's attention to detail, though well-intentioned, can make her feel as though her words or actions are constantly being evaluated. If she senses criticism, she may distance herself emotionally or intellectually, creating further tension. Silence or detachment becomes her defense, not out of malice, but out of self-preservation. The key to conflict resolution between these two lies in space and clarity. Aquarius needs room to think freely without feeling pursued or cornered. She processes conflict best when she can step back, reflect, and return with a clearer understanding of her own position. Virgo must learn that giving space does not mean abandoning the issue. It is often a necessary step toward a more honest conversation. Virgo, in turn, needs reassurance that problems will not be ignored indefinitely. Uncertainty creates anxiety for him. When Aquarius clearly communicates that she needs time but intends to revisit the discussion, Virgo feels calmer and more secure. This clarity prevents his tendency to overthink or assume the worst. When both partners adjust their expectations, communication transforms. Virgo learns to pause before offering solutions, allowing Aquarius to fully express her ideas without interruption. Aquarius learns to stay present long enough for Virgo to feel acknowledged, even if she does not yet have answers. This mutual adjustment reduces defensiveness on both sides. Listening becomes the most powerful tool in their relationship. When they listen not to respond, but to understand, conversations deepen. Virgo begins to appreciate Aquarius's broader vision and unconventional insights. Aquarius begins to respect Virgo's attention to detail and genuine desire to improve the relationship. Over time, conflicts become less about winning or being right and more about mutual growth. Virgo learns that not every problem requires immediate fixing. Aquarius learns that emotional presence does not equal loss of freedom. Their differences in communication styles, once a source of tension, become complementary strengths. As trust builds, conversations gain emotional depth without becoming overwhelming. Virgo feels safer expressing vulnerability, knowing he will not be dismissed. Aquarius feels safer engaging emotionally, knowing she will not be confined or judged. This balance allows their communication to evolve into something both stable and expansive. Ultimately, communication between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman succeeds when both release the urge to change each other. When they stop trying to fix one another and instead focus on understanding, their conversations become bridges rather than battlegrounds. Conflict, rather than weakening the relationship, becomes a catalyst for awareness, respect, and long-term connection. Physical intimate connection. The physical and intimate connection between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is often one of the most surprising elements of their relationship. At first glance, these two may not appear naturally aligned in this area. Virgo tends to approach intimacy with caution, intention, and a strong emphasis on emotional safety. Aquarius, by contrast, brings an air of spontaneity, experimentation, and openness that resists predictability. Yet it is precisely this contrast that creates a quiet but powerful magnetism between them. Virgo views physical intimacy as an extension of trust. He does not rush into closeness without feeling secure, emotionally grounded, and mentally connected. For him, intimacy is not purely physical. It is layered with meaning, attention, and care. He is attentive to details, responsive to his partner's comfort, and deeply focused on creating a sense of mutual presence. His approach is thoughtful rather than impulsive, and this makes intimacy feel intentional and sincere. Aquarius approaches physical connection with curiosity and openness. She values freedom of expression and is often willing to explore new ways of connecting, as long as it feels authentic and mutual. Intimacy for her is less about routine and more about shared experience. She brings an element of surprise into the relationship, keeping the physical connection fresh and dynamic. This unpredictability can initially unsettle Virgo, but it also awakens a sense of excitement he may not have expected. Their rhythms may differ in the beginning. Virgo may prefer consistency and familiarity, while Aquarius may resist repetition. Virgo may seek reassurance through closeness, while Aquarius may need space to feel fully present. However, rather than creating division, these differences often inspire curiosity. Virgo becomes intrigued by Aquarius's willingness to explore and adapt. Aquarius becomes intrigued by Virgo's depth of focus and emotional attentiveness. As emotional trust develops, physical intimacy deepens naturally. Virgo begins to relax his need for control and perfection. He learns that intimacy does not need to follow a script to be meaningful. Aquarius, sensing this vulnerability, often responds with increased presence and care. Though she values independence, she is capable of deep connection when she feels respected rather than confined. Over time, Virgo becomes more comfortable experimenting and expressing desire without overanalyzing every moment. Aquarius learns that staying emotionally present does not limit her freedom, but rather enhances the connection. Their physical relationship becomes less about contrast and more about collaboration. Each partner begins to adjust instinctively to the other's needs. There is a strong sense of mutual attentiveness that grows between them. Virgo's natural sensitivity allows him to notice subtle shifts in Aquarius's mood and energy. Aquarius's openness allows her to encourage Virgo to express desires he may have previously kept hidden. This exchange creates a balanced dynamic where both feel seen and valued. Intimacy becomes a space where emotional growth is reflected physically. When Virgo feels emotionally secure, he becomes more expressive and confident. When Aquarius feels emotionally understood, she becomes more grounded and engaged. Their physical connection mirrors this evolution, growing richer as emotional barriers dissolve. What makes this pairing unique is that intimacy is never static. It changes as they change. Virgo's attentiveness provides a steady foundation, while Aquarius's curiosity ensures that connection does not become mechanical or detached. Together, they create a physical bond that feels thoughtful yet alive. As time passes, their intimacy becomes less about difference and more about shared understanding. Virgo learns to embrace spontaneity without fear. Aquarius learns to appreciate consistency without feeling restricted. The result is a connection that feels both safe and exciting, rooted in trust but open to discovery. Ultimately, the physical and intimate connection between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is a reflection of their emotional journey. As they learn to trust, adapt, and remain present with one another, intimacy becomes not just an expression of attraction, but a quiet language of mutual growth, respect, and evolving closeness. Shared values, life goals. At their core, both a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman are guided by integrity and a desire for purpose, even though they express these values in very different ways. This shared foundation is often what draws them together over time and what gives their relationship the potential to endure. Neither sign is satisfied with a shallow or meaningless existence. Both want their lives to stand for something, to reflect inner values rather than external expectations. Virgo seeks a meaningful, well-organized life built on responsibility, usefulness, and quiet achievement. He believes purpose is found through consistency, improvement, and service. His goals are often practical and clearly defined: stability, competence, and a sense that his daily efforts contribute to something real. For Virgo, a good life is one that functions smoothly, where responsibilities are handled thoughtfully and values are reflected in everyday actions. Aquarius, on the other hand, is driven by a broader vision. She wants a life that matters on a larger scale, one that challenges norms and contributes to progress. Purpose, for her, is connected to ideas, innovation, and social impact. She is motivated by change, by the desire to leave the world better or more enlightened than she found it. While Virgo focuses on refinement within structure, Aquarius focuses on transformation beyond it. Despite these differences, their values intersect in powerful ways. Both care deeply about honesty, authenticity, and living according to personal principles rather than external pressure. Virgo respects Aquarius's refusal to compromise her beliefs for convenience. Aquarius respects Virgo's dedication to doing things thoroughly and ethically. This mutual respect creates a strong moral alignment, even when their methods differ. When they align their goals, they become an unexpectedly strong team. Virgo provides planning, discipline, and follow-through. Aquarius provides vision, inspiration, and originality. Together, they are capable of turning ideas into reality. Shared projects often thrive under this dynamic, as Virgo ensures sustainability while Aquarius ensures relevance and meaning. Humanitarian interests can be a particularly strong point of connection. Aquarius is naturally drawn to causes that promote equality, innovation, or social change. Virgo may not approach these causes with the same ideological passion, but he contributes through practical support, organization, and consistent effort. This combination allows them to make a tangible impact rather than remaining in the realm of ideas alone. In personal growth, their influence on each other is equally significant. Virgo encourages Aquarius to focus her energy, to bring structure to her ambitions, and to consider long-term consequences. Aquarius encourages Virgo to think beyond immediate responsibilities, to question limiting beliefs, and to imagine possibilities he may have dismissed as unrealistic. Together, they expand each other's sense of what a meaningful life can look like. They do not always agree on the path forward. Virgo prefers clear steps, realistic timelines, and measurable progress. Aquarius may change direction suddenly, guided by inspiration or evolving ideals. These differences can create tension, especially when decisions about the future are involved. However, disagreement does not erode their bond as long as respect remains intact. What sustains them is their ability to respect the intention behind each other's dreams. Virgo may not fully understand Aquarius's abstract goals, but he recognizes her sincerity and moral drive. Aquarius may not always share Virgo's preference for structure, but she understands his desire to build something lasting and dependable. This recognition prevents conflict from becoming personal. Over time, they learn that purpose does not have to look the same for both partners. Virgo learns that impact can be intangible as well as practical. Aquarius learns that structure does not limit meaning but can support it. Their shared values evolve into a flexible framework that allows both to pursue fulfillment without undermining the relationship. As life progresses, their goals may shift, but the underlying alignment remains. Both want to live honestly. Both want their actions to reflect their values. Both want a sense of contribution, whether through service, innovation, or personal integrity. This shared commitment creates a sense of partnership that goes beyond romance. Ultimately, shared values and life goals are what anchor the relationship between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman. Even when their visions differ, their respect for purpose, integrity, and growth keeps them connected. This respect becomes the quiet strength of their bond, allowing them to move forward together without losing themselves in the process. Final thoughts. The love compatibility between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is not defined by ease, symmetry, or effortless harmony. It is defined by movement, evolution, and the willingness to grow beyond what feels familiar. This is not a relationship built on instant emotional certainty or romantic clichés. Instead, it is a bond that unfolds gradually, shaped by reflection, adjustment, and a deepening understanding of difference as value rather than obstacle. At its heart, this connection is about progress rather than perfection. Virgo enters relationships with an instinct to refine, improve, and stabilize. Aquarius enters relationships with an instinct to expand, question, and innovate. When these instincts clash, discomfort arises. Yet when they are allowed to coexist, they push both partners toward emotional maturity. Virgo learns that not everything meaningful can be optimized or controlled. Aquarius learns that growth does not require constant disruption. This relationship challenges comfort zones in quiet but persistent ways. Virgo is challenged to release rigid expectations and trust what cannot be measured or predicted. Aquarius is challenged to remain emotionally present even when things feel repetitive or demanding. Neither partner can remain exactly as they were before entering the relationship. Change is inevitable, and resistance to that change often determines whether the bond strengthens or fractures. Emotional maturity becomes the foundation on which everything else rests. Virgo must learn to communicate needs without retreating into silence or criticism. Aquarius must learn to honor emotional continuity without feeling constrained by it. These lessons are not learned once, but repeatedly, through everyday interactions and shared experiences. Each moment of misunderstanding becomes an opportunity for deeper awareness. What makes this pairing unique is that love is expressed through understanding rather than intensity. There may be quieter expressions of affection, fewer dramatic declarations, but a growing sense of mutual respect. Virgo admires Aquarius's authenticity and vision. Aquarius admires Virgo's integrity and dedication. This admiration evolves into trust, and trust evolves into a bond that feels intentional and grounded. When both partners are willing to learn, the relationship becomes a living exchange rather than a fixed structure. Virgo learns flexibility, imagination, and acceptance of uncertainty. Aquarius learns patience, reliability, and the value of emotional presence. Each partner becomes a mirror reflecting both strengths and limitations, encouraging growth without forcing change. Adaptation is essential. This is not a love that thrives when either partner insists on being right. It thrives when both are willing to listen, adjust, and reconsider. Progress happens not through dramatic breakthroughs, but through small, consistent shifts in perspective. Over time, these shifts accumulate into deep transformation. Appreciating differences becomes the turning point. When Virgo stops viewing Aquarius's unpredictability as instability and begins to see it as creative freedom, tension softens. When Aquarius stops viewing Virgo's structure as restriction and begins to see it as care, resistance fades. Love grows in the space where judgment is replaced by curiosity. The result is a connection that feels intelligent and purposeful. Conversations carry weight, shared experiences foster insight, even challenges serve a purpose, revealing deeper layers of self-awareness. This is a love that shapes character as much as it shapes partnership. Quietly transformative is perhaps the most accurate description of this bond. It does not announce itself loudly, nor does it rely on constant reassurance. Instead, it changes both partners from within. Virgo becomes more open and expansive. Aquarius becomes more grounded and present. Together, they create a relationship that reflects not who they were at the beginning, but who they chose to become. In the end, the compatibility between a Virgo man and an Aquarius woman is a testament to the power of conscious love. It is a reminder that the most meaningful relationships are not those that avoid challenge, but those that use challenge as a path toward deeper understanding, mutual respect, and lasting growth.